Check this out. It's gonna melt faces.
Hey all, and welcome to another behind-the-scenes deep dive into various elements of the series and how X-RL7 all comes together. I'm Mike Evans, the creator of X-RL7, and today we are looking at episode 7 and the character of
Devy Devine,
voiced incredibly by Daniel Graves of Aesthetic Perfection, and the song Digital Deities, which is out right now on all the usual digital outlets. So let's get into it in this episode of X-RL7 Backstage. So starting from the beginning, how did this episode, this character come about? The inception of Devy Devine. Well, what really sparked it is I came across a sort of agro-tech industrial band playing live. I won't name the band, but the studio versions of their vocals had loads of effects on, pitch shifting, distortion, chorusing, delay, who knows what else, and it sounded really powerful when they're recording. In the live performance that I saw, however, the vocals were totally dry, no effects, nothing, and they did not sound good. Also around the same time, there was a popular rock metal band who, on their live performances, seemed to have most of their music on backing track. They're not even playing their instruments! It got me thinking how reliant so many artists are on effects and editing. Don't get me wrong here, I certainly do the same to my own studio music. But these thoughts sparked the idea of an obnoxious electronic music producer who does all this editing, but not only tries to hide that he does that, but also points the finger at others who do it as well, as being somehow less authentic as he is.
I think I heard a bit of auto-tune in there. See, I don't need that. I'm au natural, baby.
And thus the character Devy Devine was born. But who to approach for the role? It needed to be someone who can both sing and scream and have enough charisma to do the character justice. So I went on YouTube and straight away, synchronistically, there was a recommendation for a stream of the album Into the Black by Aesthetic Perfection. I checked it out and was blown away. I'd been casually aware of Aesthetic Perfection for a while, but for whatever reason I hadn't delved any further at that point. That certainly changed after hearing the new album and seeing some amusing acting skits on their channel.
And that product is called The Black.
Hopefully it goes without saying that if you haven't heard Aesthetic Perfection, check them out. You won't regret it.
Hey everyone, my name is Daniel Graves from the industrial pop project Aesthetic Perfection. For those of you who don't know me, I am a professional musician. I've been doing this for about 20 years now. However, I have never fulfilled my lifelong, or let's say professional long dream of being a voice actor. And I am so excited to be a part of the X-RL7 project because I finally get to do it.
First take. That's the difference.
When I was approached to be a part of this project, I was absolutely, positively 100% on board, especially given the fact that I got to play an arrogant music producer.
I'll remix your song, but I'll need 5,000 credits.
I didn't actually spend too much time trying to develop the voice. I think over the course of about 2 or 3 afternoons, I really kind of dialed in the character that I wanted to portray.
No, this can't be happening!
To me, it seemed quite obvious that this character would be your typical LA douchebag, and I was living in LA at the time, so I had a lot of inspiration to draw from.
It's all about image now, baby. I mean, what are you even going for here?
For me, it was really, really important to give Devy this California quality to his voice. So I thought, what would be better than a Valley Girl? So I thought about the characters from movies like Clueless and people that I know in my own life. And so I just kind of went like this, you know? I just thought maybe Devy could sound like that, but he needed to have a little bit more like weight to his voice, you know, like he couldn't just be like a straight up Valley girl. He had to add a little bit of grit to it, you know? So I just kind of like talk like a Valley girl, but like a guy who smokes too much, or I don't know, whatever.
If you guys ain't gonna shell out, then get out. My time is precious.
So that's pretty much the way that I came up with Devy. And it's actually pretty easy to fall in and out of this voice these days because I don't know, it feels really natural and easy to be that guy. So that's pretty much the genesis of the Devy voice. I recorded it over the course of one afternoon after developing the voice over a course of a couple afternoons, and I was really happy with it, and I was really happy to hear that Michael, the creator of this whole endeavor, was pleased with it too. And it was even more fun to get to reprise my role in a later episode.
As well as some great voice acting, Daniel also does an amazing singing performance on the song Digital Deity. Let's take a quick look at the creation of the song now. So the lyrics tie into Devy's observations and accusations of those around him, but it also goes deeper. It taps into the idea that so many of the idols that we worship in the modern age are basically edits. As I said before, in music it is now standard practice to edit, tune, process, polish everything. Celebrities are photoshopped, there's been the rise of Instagram models, and many of them are heavily edited to make their best assets seem more than they are. Reality TV, which isn't reality, social media, where we see a cherry-picked highlights reel version of people's lives in glossy digital filters. I mean, my point is, if we don't remember this and are constantly comparing ourselves to others, wishing we were like them or feeling like we aren't enough, it's not a fair comparison, as we're literally comparing ourselves to edits. Or even if you are aware of these things, the pressure to present yourself perfectly at all times these days is just insane. So to dial it back a bit, this, combined with the everyone's frontin' nature of Devy, makes up the theme of the song. Roman Marisak of the band Professional Murder Music and Spacetime contributes a couple of synths to the chorus that really amp it up. If you're not familiar with his bands, do check them out because they are awesome.
I hope you all enjoy the series. I hope you enjoy Devy Devine as much as I did. And of course, his Digital Deities song, which I also had the pleasure of lending my vocal skills to. I think Devy is a great character. He's a fun character to play. And I hope that he comes back.
As always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the series. Do check out Aesthetic Perfection and send them some love if you haven't already done so, as they are incredible. And if you'd like to support X-RL7, as well as sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting, and all that good stuff, please do consider supporting us on Patreon. We have lots of cool exclusive rewards like early access, more behind the scenes content, exclusive music, and more. And it really helps the series. So thanks guys, hope you dig, and see you later.